So there are two different kinds of arguments. The first kind of argument is a deductive argument. A deductive argument is one where the truth of the premises is meant to ensure the truth of the conclusion. Okay? So in a deductive argument, the premises, provided they're true, are meant to guarantee the truth of the conclusion. Okay? Consider this argument. All men are mortal. Socrates is a man. Therefore, Socrates is mortal. This is a deductive argument. If premises 1 and 2 are true, then the conclusion has to be true. If it is true that all men are mortal, and if it is true that Socrates is a man, then it absolutely positively has to be true that Socrates is mortal. There is no way for 1 and 2 to be true and 3 be false. That is what makes for a deductive argument. In your textbook, you get more examples of this. For example, and remember, page numbers for the things I read from your textbook are at the bottom of your page. All dogs are mammals. Rex is a dog. Therefore, Rex is a mammal. Okay? Takes on the exact same form as these, correct? So our deductive arguments are those where our premises are true, if our premises are true, if it's the case that all dogs are mammals, and if it's the case that Rex is a dog, then it also has to be the case that Rex is a mammal. Does that make sense? Now, our deductive arguments are evaluated based on whether they are valid and sound. Okay? Valid and sound. Here's the situation. I'm about to talk about validity, but I want to, and I'm going to say it again, but I want to say this a few times to make sure it gets through to you. In philosophy, we use a lot of words in very specific ways that you may not use all the time. Okay? And in philosophy, just as the word argument, okay, just as the word argument is used in a very specific way in philosophy, the words valid and sound are going to be used in very specific ways. And I'm going to explain those ways. We're going to talk about it so that you understand it. But I want you to get into the habit of thinking of these words in this way. Okay? It's just one of those things that it's going to help you learn the language of philosophy so that you can do better as the semester goes on.